Wait, what? From a toilet seat? Yeah, she's been cheating the whole time. I got this from a toilet seat, but I promise we can clear this up and we'll be together and I'll never withhold sex from you again. What? Yeah, you had been with a liar for a long time.
Cheating ex comes crawling back. I dumped my ex-girlfriend after I caught her sending nudes to some guy. This dummy kept trying to be with me and made an attempt on my life. It's sad that a woman will come crawling back once you leave them. I've been dumped in the past and ghosted by women. I didn't go crawling back begging them to give me answers. I kind of figured that they found someone else, or maybe their ex-boyfriend came back into the picture. Anyway, my ex-girlfriend did some of the most disrespectful stuff to me. I saw it and I immediately kicked her out of my house. No, we did not live together. I'm not that stupid, but I was stupid enough to trust a woman and think that she would be monogamous to me. I don't know, there are some guys out here saying that there's hope. All women aren't the same. I don't know, even the guys to say that they have a woman that's loyal and they know she won't cheat. I think they just hadn't caught their girls cheating, whether it was their wife or girlfriend. I think today, especially, every single woman on earth cheats. There's no possible way that women don't cheat it. Also, you have to remember, cheating is emotional as well. Women can get emotionally attached to another man. That's cheating. Or if it's just a kiss, that's cheating. If she was drunk and she didn't realize whose pecker she had in her mouth at the bachelorette party, that's cheating. I think a lot of men that claim that their wives would never do anything wrong if they told you the absolute truth, you'll notice that they've been cheated on probably multiple times and they forgave their girlfriends or wives. My ex didn't start acting weird until I told her that she will not be attending her best friend's bachelorette party. I said the only way she was going to attend. The party is, if I went, we were together for 2 years up until this moment. I guess she decided that she should start looking elsewhere, flirting with another guy because I wouldn't let her go to a bachelorette party that could have possibly had male strippers. Her friend wouldn't admit to it. Well, her best friend's friend who was running the bachelorette party. My ex-girlfriend was not allowed to run that bachelorette party because I told her she couldn't go. So if she's not going, then she's not going to organize it. Her best friend had to find another girl, another friend to run the bachelorette party and set it up. I've been through too much to allow my girlfriend to go to a party where guys are going to try to convince women to have one last powwow. I heard about those male dancers and then the women around encouraging, girl, look at it. It's nice. I've heard stories. Yes, I've seen Dancing Bear. So, you all pretty much known what happened. I got rid of my girlfriend. She was basically cheating on me. Let me go back and give some backstory. I guess that will help. My name is Lawrence, 31 years old. My ex-girlfriend, Tiffany, 26 years old, beautiful biracial woman. I met Tiffany when she was 23. She had just finished cosmetology school, working with a ton of other beautiful women. I remember I brought a couple of my ex-boys with me to go visit Tiffany at work. I brought her lunch. Yeah, I'm a simp. I brought my girlfriend some lunch. Go ahead, let me have it. Anyway, I stopped by and brought her lunch like she asked me to. I have my boys with me, so we are out shopping, getting ready for the Super Bowl. When I found out that two of the girls that was flirting with my boys, they did get their numbers and smashed. When I found out that those girls were married, both of them, I asked Tiffany, what kind of girls are you around? Tiffany told me she thinks it's disgusting. She's nothing like that, but she held me accountable too. What do you have to say about your friends? You told them, right? I did tell my friends that these girls were married. My friend told me that both girls said that they were separated from their husbands and they're going through difficult times. Tiffany told me that's a lie, a complete lie. She knows it. It for sure weighed on me. I didn't really want to get involved, but I knew I had to. That showed me the type of girls that Tiffany was around, but that also made me look at my boys differently. Like I said, every single woman in that shop may be a good 9 out of 10. Most of them for sure were all drop dead gorgeous, but for some reason, my boys couldn't control themselves even though these women were married. They still dealt around with them for a little while until the girls were done messing with them. I can be completely honest, and maybe some of you may think I'm wrong for this, but that actually put a strain on our relationship. Now, these weren't guys that I grew up with. These are guys that I've worked with before I started my career. We remained friends because, well, they were pretty cool and they were funny. We had a good time and they really were my bros, but I never thought they would do something like this. This is something I wouldn't do. I would never deal with a married woman. In fact, once before I met a married woman, I didn't know she was married at the time. We went on 2 different dates. She told me she was falling for me, but she had to be honest with me. She told me that she was married, but she's not happy with her husband because he doesn't perform his husband duties like he should be. He's lacking in every department like the bedroom, providing. She told me that she shouldn't have to work. All this other bull crap. I dropped her like a sack of potatoes. This woman was gorgeous, amazing body, beautiful face, intelligence, but that wasn't enough to keep me around. How are you disloyal to your husband like that? You recited vows in front of family, in front of God, in the church. So that's why I cut my boys off. Like, we still talk every once in a while, but we don't hang out as much, and they know the reason why. At first, they thought I was a little silly saying, dude, we're men. We're single men. It's not our responsibility. But honestly, you're just contributing to the bull crap. If you know these women are married, leave them be. Let them starve out here. Don't help them destroy other men. Luckily, my boys never got caught because who knows what would have happened if those husbands found out that these guys were having sex with their wife. True story in True Story Nation, I will tell you this. One of my friends stopped using a condom with one of the girls. Even told me once after they did it without a condom because that was a mistake. He said they were really drunk. He said he tried to do it with the condom next time and she refused to use a condom. And every time he tried to pull out, she would put it back in. She wanted to feel it inside of her. I thought this woman was trifling and disgusting. After my friend told me that, I couldn't just sit and allow this to happen. I told him that I was going to let the husband know that their wives are cheating on them, but because they're my friends, I'm not going to say who the guys are, and that's exactly what I did. I let the 2 husbands know that their wives were cheating, and I gave them a bit of evidence to prove that they were getting cheated on. This was well after the girl stopped dealing with my friend. It just didn't sit with me when he told me he did that stuff with her, not using a condom coming in her. I was just disgusted and I didn't respect that. I remember the day Tiffany told me that one of the girls were getting a divorce because her husband was leaving her. Tiffany knew all along what I did. She kept quiet. The other girl, she stayed married to her husband. What a simp. By the way, I did all of this anonymously. Anyway, back to Tiffany. Tiffany knew how I felt about cheating infidelity. She knew that I cut off my boys because of what they were participating in. She acted as if she respected that and told me that she didn't respect the person that cheats. Just leave the person. You should never cheat on them. She understood good and well that cheating also meant sending nudes to someone that is cheating. You don't do things like that if you're in a relationship, a monogamous exclusive relationship. So our first year together was amazing. We had a lot of fun. We traveled together. Our first date was at a Mediterranean restaurant. It was our favorite restaurant to the point. We started going every Sunday. We were big on working out and hiking. This relationship was just perfect, and I truly thought I was going to marry this woman. I'm glad I didn't ask her, so I'll just speed up to the time where she got caught cheating, actually, revolving around her. wanting to go to this bachelorette party. I found out her friend was getting married. I was excited for her. I knew her friend's boyfriend actually went to school with him. He's a cool guy, really great guy. Now, the first day, Tiffany told me that her friend, her best friend, by the way, was getting married. She didn't say anything about a bachelorette party. I wasn't even thinking about it now. We've talked about bachelor and bachelorette parties before, and we said if we were to get married, we're not having those because they're stupid. And if we're going to do anything, we're just going to have a party together with all of our friends and family. So why in the world would she eventually ask me if she could go to this bachelorette party for her best friend and she wanted to plan it? That wasn't going to happen at all. So, a week after telling me that her friend was getting married, she says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. I have to plan the bachelorette party for my best friend. You know, that's what best friends do. And I'm going to be a maid of honor." I said, "Absolutely not. You are not." She says, "What? I can't be her maid of honor." I said, "No, you're not going to a bachelorette party or planning it. What do you think this is?" Tiffany got pissed at me, claiming that I was being controlling and I was changing on her. Now this was the beginning of our second year together. I thought she let it go. Her friend wasn't to get married for another 11 months. When the time came up, she was all pissy at me. By then, her friend had replaced her and had another friend plan the bachelorette party. She told me how disgusted that she was at me for putting my foot down and not letting her go to this party. Those were her exact words. I said, "Listen, I don't completely own you. You can do whatever you want, but if you go to that party, we're done. That's not something I believe in. If we're not going to have one ourselves and we get married, why would I let you go to another one?" She starts telling me how I don't trust her and that I'm projecting and I must be cheating on her or something. I tried to hand her my phone, but she wouldn't go through it. She refuses to look through my phone or anything. I told her I'd never cheated on her and I never plan on cheating. That's not the type of man I am. But we either get over it and move on, or if she wants to leave, she can leave. I'm not holding her hostage. This is when she gives me the news and tells me that I was uninvited to her best friend's wedding. I said, "Seriously? She didn't tell me anything like this. Neither did her fiance." "Are you just saying this because you don't want me to go?" She says. "No. I already talked to her. You've been uninvited." She had to uninvite a lot of people because there were too many and you happened to be one randomly selected to be uninvited. I looked at her and I said, "Okay, well, if I can't go, then you can't go. And if you do go, well, we're done." She called me all types of names, saying I was petty, I was controlling, I was being mean. This was her best friend's wedding, and how could she not go? Also telling me that I was going to break up with her if she went, how that's just dead wrong. Maybe it was guys. I was being a little petty. I'll admit that, but I don't know. I just felt the need to. This is when she started to act really funny towards me. When she came around, she'd put her phone down. She was calling off dates that we were supposed to be together. She wasn't coming over anymore. I wasn't able to stay over anymore. She was acting really, really weird, and this is when I went snooping, telling your boyfriend that he can't stay over because you don't feel like it. You're going to alert him. Any boyfriend would. Anyway, the next time she did come stay over, I was planning on going through that phone. That's exactly what I did. She was asleep after I cooked a big dinner. Lasagna, her favorite, and I put her right to sleep like Garfield. I'm not sure if you guys even know who that is, but the cartoon, as soon as she went to sleep, I went through her phone. I've always known her passcode. I just never went through her phone. She never changed it for some reason. I wanted to go to her Facebook messages. Then I went to her Instagram because nothing was in the Facebook messages. But on Instagram, oh my gosh, guys asking to fly her out, all types of men. Now, I didn't follow my ex-girlfriend on Instagram, so I didn't know the type of pictures she was posting. Oh my gosh, she was posting pictures of her in the mirror, turned to the side, clearly trying to show off her butt, poking her lips out, all these different things. Like, now, if I would have known about this, I would have put a stop to it because why are you showing your body parts in your asset? Listen, I understand that a woman wants to show off her butt. That's part of her body. I get it, but when you're in a relationship, things like that stop. You do that for the person that you're with, your spouse. You don't do that for the rest of the world to get like and comments. Men messaging her saying they reached out to her via email for a booking, and when I found out what these guys were trying to book, it disturbed me. They were trying to fly her out to have sex with my girlfriend. Some were saying, "Hey, I'm in the same state. I can come to you. Let me take you to the mall. Let me take you shopping." I did not realize how many simps there were in this world. I'm going to tell you guys something here. If you're upset that women cheat and they act the way that they act, I don't think we should be mad at the women. There's no point anymore. Guys, when I say hundreds of men were hitting up my girlfriend to spend money on her, I'm not exaggerating. My ex-girlfriend is not a celebrity. Can you imagine what Jennifer Lopez's Instagram looks like, or Ariana Grande? My girlfriend was just a beautician who did hair and sometimes nails. Yes, she looks good. She's 4'11", big behind, nice chest, and just beautiful in the face, but hundreds of guys are leading with their wallet to get to know her. I didn't see one message in there saying, "Hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm a respectable guy. I'd like to do this or take you out or get to know you." Nothing like that. Everything was, "How much is it? Can I fly you out? I'd pay for that. Let me take you on the shopping spree at the mall." Or it was very sexual. "Have you ever been effed good and then taken shopping?" This is what pissed me off. Before I saw what she was sending someone in her messages, she replied to that guy, "No, I've never been screwed good, then taken shopping right after." That sounds amazing. This guy kept trying to talk to her, but she never responded after that. That pissed me off. Why would you respond to that and then say you've never been pounded good? How do you think that made me feel, guys? So then I decided to go to her text messages. The first message I see, she's sending nudes to some dude that she called boss in her phone. Why is she calling him boss? I don't know, because she doesn't really have a boss. I mean, there's a woman that owns the shop and they pay booth rent to her, but she wasn't the person in this contact. It's some guy because he was sending D pictures. My girlfriend was sending him pictures of her playing with herself with toys, saying it's all yours. This guy, like all the other men, was talking about how he was going to spend all this money on her, even sent her pictures of some chains and watches next to some money. I guess he was trying to show off his wealth. I was highly disturbed. Whether she slept with this guy or not, she cheated. This clearly is cheating. And if anybody in comments says that this isn't, please take your simp ash on. As soon as I saw that, it was over. I just needed to wake her ash up and kick her out. Now remember, guys, I told you that we were having some issues. She was not wanting me to come over. She barely wanted to come over, but this day she decided to come over because I was cooking her favorite food. We didn't have sex. In fact, we hadn't had sex in over 30 days. Yep, I know you would say that's a red flag. True story. You've always said if you're not hitting it, somebody else is. In this case, I'm glad I hadn't hit it, and I should have left her off the strength of just that. Not giving me sex. That's just a huge red flag, guys. So, I head back to the room to confront her. I was going to wake her up and kick her out. She's not in the bed. I said, "What the heck?" And I hear moaning in my bathroom. There's a bathroom inside my bedroom. I go in there, and she's on the toilet, crunched over, saying her stomach hurt when she is peeing. I said, "Oh, hell no." I said, "Oh, wow. Have you been sleeping with anyone?" She says, "No. I haven't slept with anyone but you." I said, "But we haven't had sex in over 30 days. She says, "Wow, you're counting the days we don't have sex. What? Are you going to use that against me?" She is on this toilet in agony. I told her she needs to hurry up, get off of my toilet, get her clothes on, and get out. She looks at me like I'm crazy. What do you mean? It's your lasagna that probably did this to me. What you put in it? Acid. I said, no, we ate the same damn dish. I said, I've been through your phone and I saw the guy you've been sending nudes to. I hope you didn't sleep with him and maybe he gave you an STD. She looked at me. Her eyes were so wide. Why are you in my phone? What are you talking about? And I I didn't sleep with anyone. I swear I never slept with him. We just talked. I said, oh, really? Okay, well, maybe you should go to the clinic and see what's wrong with you, just in case you're lying. But anyway, we're done because that's cheating. You don't send nudes to other men while you're in a relationship. How dumb are you? She was saying, honey, please don't do this. She's wiping herself and getting up. I said, get out of my place right now. I'm not going to tell you again. I will call the police on you. She looked at me and turned her head like some dog who's confused. I said, yeah, get out of my place, W. I don't want you anymore. You're a liar. You're a cheater. And I didn't go through enough of your Instagram messages to see who you replied to. But all these guys want to fly you out because you're showing your butt on Instagram. Some of that lingerie I bought for you to wear, for me not to wear on Instagram. What is wrong with you? You know what? I don't care, just get out. I thought of picking her stuff up and throwing it at her, telling her to hurry up. When she got to the door, she says, I'm going to go to the hospital because I really don't feel well. But please, can you rethink this? I wish you can come with me. I'm scared. I said, get out now. I was surprised by the text I got later that night. My ex was texting me saying, I'm ready to be honest with you and hopefully this can help bring us to a better spot in our relationship. I don't want to be out here like a lot of these other girls. I love you and I'm not messing up a good thing. Can we please just talk now? I had no intentions on getting back with her. The only reason I agreed to talk was because I wanted to know the truth. I felt she was going to tell me everything. So I wanted to hear it. I texted her back and I said, yeah, let me know when you want to talk. She called me right away. I picked up and this is how the conversation went. X, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Me, scared of what? X, of losing the love of my life. Me, tell the truth. What's going on? X, I did send nudes to another man I met at Sunoco. You and I were arguing and he made me feel good. I never slept with him. He brought me lunch once or twice, but I didn't sleep with him. Also, somehow, I caught something using the toilet seats at work. You know how a lot of those girls are. Just nasty. I knew I should have used seat covers, but the doctor said it will be cleared in a couple weeks. Then you and I can make love again. I'll never make you go 30 days again without it. I was just upset with you. Do you forgive me? I ended the call and blocked her on absolutely everything. You guys think that was the last I saw of her? Yeah, right. This woman left letters at my door. She's harassed the office at my complex. I had to get a restraining order on her. It's took a little while to do that. I didn't know there was so much paperwork involved. After 20 days, we had a small hearing, and it was set to last 12 months. Then I had to go gather evidence. It was ridiculous. And she was leaving voicemails from other numbers, texting me from other numbers, had her friend messaging me. She was even on her friend's Facebook and messaging me herself. It was ridiculous. The day before her friend's wedding, her best friend that was getting married called me and said, hey, are you coming? I want to know if you're going to be there. I said I thought you had uninvited me. No, I never uninvited you. But Tiffany misses you. And she really wants to see you and she wants you there. I got you guys sitting next to each other and she's not going to be my maid of honor, so she doesn't have to sit with me. But I have you reserved to come. There's a whole seat for you. You guys will be sitting with yada yada yada. I told her I was not coming. I told her Tiffany can kick rocks because I will never be with her again. She's a liar and a cheater. She slept with someone and caught an STD, and I don't want anything to do with it. Her best friend started going off on me. Don't you dare say crap like that about my friend. Are you crazy? She would never do something like that, and she's never caught an STD prick. You go around saying that I'll make sure you get sued. You know my brother is a lawyer, right? You don't say that about people. I said, what are you talking about? I have proof. That's why we broke up. She cheated and caught something from somebody and lied about it, saying that she got it from a toilet seat. Her best friend hung up on me. I then blocked her too. I started blocking a lot of other people that Tiffany knew, people that I kind of became friends with through her and her family members. Then there was one Saturday, I decided I wanted to have a nice cheat meal. El Burrito, one of my favorite restaurants, a loaded California burrito. This was months after we had broken up, and even months after the wedding. For some reason, I decided to eat inside. I usually just order pickup and go back home, but I just felt like being out. I've been stuck in the house too much since breaking up with Tiffany. I'm there early, so there's only one other person there sitting at a table. I'm waiting, and a waitress comes up. I didn't realize it was Tiffany, but I said hello and then realized it was her. She says, "Oh my gosh, this is fate. This was meant to happen." Listen, I just started working here. I said, "Why the heck are you working here? Are you not doing hair anymore?" She told me that she quit because it was too toxic at that shop. She tried working at another shop, and it was the same thing. A bunch of women in relationships cheating on their boyfriends or husband, talking about being 304s and bragging about it, taking shots mid-shift and day drinking, twerking, and all types of disgusting acts that she no longer wanted to be a part of. She said she started doing hair out of her mom's basement, but it was slow getting clients. She told me she wanted to save up to get her own shop. Just a small shop with just her, but she needed to make some extra income. So she does the clients that she can do. She's a server at El Burrito. I just started that day. That was her first day after orientation. And she was a bartender at a freaking strip club at night. I said, "So you're avoiding working in the shop because the girls are promiscuous, but you go and work at a strip club at night." She gets smart with me and gets upset saying it's for money. I'm doing this to change my life. Clearly you can't see it. I said, "You're right, I can't. I don't see it. It doesn't make any sense to me." Tiffany says, "What would you like?" Let's start off with a drink. Let me guess, ice water with lemon, right? I was really about to order until I realized I don't trust this woman, and she's already upset with me too because I won't take her back. Now, she's upset that I'm criticizing her job. I said, I'm going to leave. I don't want anything. She says, "Are you freaking kidding me? Sit down and let me get your food for you." I said, "Absolutely not. I don't want anything from you." Tiffany started crying, saying she misses me, saying she'll do anything to win me back. She then has the nerve to ask me, and I don't know if she was having some type of bipolar moment or what. She immediately switched and said, "Well, if we can't be together, do you think that you could take out some of that money you have saved up and help me open up a shop? I'll pay you back as soon as possible. I promise." I said, "Why don't you go get a loan?" She tells me how much debt that she's in. I never knew she had that much debt. 2 credit cards maxed out at 15,000. That's 30K. It is continuing to grow because she's not paying on it. I said, "Well, you got some work to do," and I walked out. I kid you not. As I was walking towards the door to leave, I felt something hit the back of my head and shatter. This woman threw a glass cup at me. She had perfect aim because it hit the back of my big head and shattered it, left a small cut. The hostess in the front yelled at Tiffany, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" I fell to the ground. I'm not gonna lie. I was being a little bit more dramatic, but I wanted it to look worse than what it was. I told the hostess that I was calling the police. She says, "Well, that's the right thing to do." I'm about to run and get our boss. "I'm so sorry, sir." Tiffany is just sitting there, crying at the table, sitting in the chair, yelling at me. "You're going to call the police on me, really? After everything I've been through?" Do you think I need to go to jail? I called the police and they showed up, and Tiffany was arrested. This was not the end, guys. This made me want to leave the state entirely to get away from Tiffany. The next day, police called me, alerting me of Tiffany's release and with a warning saying that I went to Tiffany's job to harass her, saying that I am in violation and I can face fines. I reminded them that she assaulted me. Guys, I don't know how Tiffany did this, but somehow the owner at El Burrito and the hostess had no idea what I was talking about. I told the police that the officers that showed up on scene saw the cut on the back of my head, took pictures of the cut, saw the shattered glass on the ground. Clearly, someone threw it. I was on the phone with this officer for like an hour, and they were telling me that there's no recording, and whoever was at the restaurant does not recall my story ever happening. I said, "You have to be kidding me. This has to be a dream." True story. I thought I was dreaming. There's no freaking way this is happening. I said, "What about the other customer that was sitting at the table? He had to have seen everything." The officer is asking me, "Do you know the name of the other customer that was there? Do you know what they had on? Can you identify them anywhere?" I said, "Absolutely not. I've never seen him in my life before that day, but are you telling me that the people at this restaurant are saying this never happened?" The officer said, "Absolutely. So we don't know what happened, and you can't falsely claim that someone assaulted you, sir. That could cause you to serve jail time or receive fines. I want to give you the number for therapy if you should need it. Please stay away from Miss Tiffany Richards, made up last name, and contact the local authority. Shall you need any assistance?" I called my mom and dad, told them I wanted to get the hell out of here. I don't know what's going on, but this is freaky. How did that happen? I show up to a place that I didn't know Tiffany worked at. She assaulted me because I don't want her. Then I get threatened to go to jail or face fines. I'm told that I'm in violation. I got the restraining order on her. My mom wanted us to get a lawyer and try to fight it. My mom even called down to the restaurant, and they all kept giving her a runaround. I wanted to go there myself and face the hostess, but of course I was afraid that I'll run into Tiffany again and I'll get in trouble. Maybe this time she'll put a bullet in me and they'll say it was self-defense. I wanted to leave this lousy state so bad. It's already got its own issues. That was the last of everything. I didn't know what to do. I never went back to the restaurant, and I just tried to stay out the way. Men get treated like complete crap, at least in this state. I hope this story does you well.
She had been cheating from day one. All those girls she was around, they were influencing her. Listen, man. I'm glad you got out of there. Thanks for sending in this story too. I appreciate that. I'm glad you got out of there. She was no good. Super sorry you had to go through that. So you show up randomly to a restaurant. She's working there. She assaults you, and the police say that you violated this restraining order. Are you kidding me? You're right. Men do get treated like crap. They do. You didn't say what state you were in, but yeah, that's not cool, man. That's messed up. Unfortunately, all over, it's like that. Men just get treated like crap, man. We don't matter. It's quite sad. Thanks for sending in this story, though. Guys, if you want to send in a story, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.